Hi, and welcome to Crafts with Ash DIY and Decor. My name's Ashley, and today I am bringing you 3 brand new Valentine's super cute, super easy, and super affordable DIYs. You are going to love these red, pink, and white touches, so if you want to see some fun DIYs, stay tuned. First, if you haven't done so already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications, and click all in the drop-down menu so you're notified anytime I upload a new video. All right, let's jump right in to these DIYs. For this first DIY, I am going to be using this really cute heart piece that I got from the Dollar Tree. Everyone is going crazy over this little hanging decor piece, but I had a different idea for it. I really wanted to think out of the box and try to come up with a creative way to use this. So the first thing I did was cut off the tag and then use a little tiny screwdriver to go ahead and take off the hanger on the back. Next, I'm going to use these popsicle sticks or craft sticks, and I am going to cut them down so they fit over the back side and they fit on the over the heart. I hope that makes sense. You can see what I'm doing here. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut them down so they fit, and I am just going to hot glue it down and do this until my entire heart is covered. Now again, I am gluing these to the back of the little heart.
Why didn't you call? So many years has gone by, but I think about you all the time. Looks like you're changing and all, but why didn't you call? Something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable, I can feel it in the air. Can you feel me?
So this is what my back is going to look like. Now, yes, it is ugly. No, I do not paint it. If that bothers you, you definitely can. But what we're going to do next is I took my Snow White paint from Waverly, and I am just going to paint the inside of the wood here. And I actually ended up giving it 2 coats. And then I couldn't decide where I wanted to go from here. But one thing I did know was that I did want to add little feet, because now I'm going to make this a little tray. So I just took my 20mm beads and I am going to hot glue. At first I start with 3 and then I go ahead and add 2 more because it wasn't like proportional, it's kind of wobbly. So I'm going to go ahead and glue them directly to the heart. And again, I'm just using hot glue for this. You are more than welcome to use wood glue, but I use Gorilla Glue sticks and they really seem to work. Next, I'm going to take my Snow White paint and I am going to paint these little feet.
So many years has gone by, but I think about you all the time. Looks like you're changing and all, but why didn't you call?
Here is when I decided to go ahead and add the extra 2 beads. Now, like I said, you can paint the back, but because this is going to be a tray, you will never see it. So if I were you, I wouldn't waste the paint. All right, so then after I got my 2 extra beads glued on, I went ahead and painted those with the Snow White paint. Now, finally, I had decided what I wanted to do in the middle, and I am just going to use some pink parfait, just acrylic paint, and I am going to carefully paint the inside of the heart. So I'm just going to paint basically the craft sticks, and I am using a small paintbrush as to not get the pink paint around the edges of the actual heart. So I'm just going to paint this whole thing, and I do give this 2 coats.
Why didn't you call? So many years has gone by.
Now to tie in the pink in the heart, I decided to just go ahead and paint the feet pink as well. I just thought that this just kind of brought it all together and made it look even more cute. But once my beads were dry, that was it, and now I have this really cute tray. You'll see a better look at the end, so keep watching. I am so excited to be joining these other ladies in the Valentine's collab today. I was invited by Liana DIY, and alongside me, crafting along, is Lori Bly DIY, Farm Charm Chic, Rustic and Lace DIY, and DIY Next Door. Please check out the description box below to check out their videos in this collab. I know you will not be disappointed. These ladies are so talented, and I know they have some cute and fun DIYs waiting for you. So head down to the description box after finishing this video and watch their videos too. All right, let's jump right back into these DIYs. For DIY number 2, I'm going to be starting off with this hanging sign from, of course, the Dollar Tree. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually take it apart. The twine was just stapled in there, so I went ahead and took off all the staples, and then it did leave some holes, so all I simply did was sand them down, and it made the holes pretty much disappear like they did not exist. So that was really easy. Next, I am going to go ahead and take my Snow White paint again, and I'm going to paint each one of these squares. I also make sure to paint around the sides of each one of these squares as well. Now, for now, I'm only going to give each one of these one coat. I will give it a second coat, but first, we're going to add on these hearts. Now, these are those fillable hearts that you can get from the Dollar Tree, and I thought it would be cute to add a heart onto each one of these squares. Now, it did have a hanger because I think these are also supposed to be ornaments for like a Valentine's tree. So I just took my scissors and just kind of just cracked it right off, and then I'm going to go ahead and hot glue a heart in the middle of each one of these squares.
Do you miss me at all? Do you think about the things we used to do?
Once all of my hearts are glued down, I'm again going to take the Snow White paint, and I'm going to paint not only the heart, but I'm going to give a second coat to the square as well. And I am only going to do one coat on the heart, and you're going to see why in just a moment. But I just wanted to make sure this was nice and covered with the white paint.
Something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable, I can feel it in the air. Can you feel me?
This is what they look like after they're all done, and we're going to come back to those in just a moment, but now we're going to work on that hanger. So all I did simply for this beaded hanger was I just painted all of the beads red, and this is just crimson from Waverly, and it's a chalk paint, and I just painted all of the beads, and I did only give them one coat. That seemed to be all it needed, and I just painted all of them. Now, I couldn't really decide what I wanted to do with these hearts. I was kind of stuck. But then finally, I did decide to paint each one of these hearts with that pink acrylic paint. And again, I think it's called Pink Parfait, and I believe it's from Appleberry. But I just went ahead and gave each one of these hearts 2 coats of this pink paint. I was also careful not to get any of the pink paint on the white squares too.
Do you think about the things we used to do? No, you couldn't stand tall. So why didn't you call? So many years has gone by, but I think about you all the time. Looks like you're changing and all, but why didn't you call? Something in the air, always something in the air.
Now, I did feel that this just needed just a little bit more. So I just took a foam brush and dipped it in my crimson paint. And now I'm going to paint the edges of each one of these squares, but then I'm going to lightly go over the front sides of the squares too. I hope that makes sense. You can see what I'm doing, but I'm just adding a little bit of red to the front of these squares just to go ahead and tie it in with the red beads. And then we're also going to add a ribbon as well. So that way you really truly do have a traditional red, white, and pink Valentine's DIY. And I just love those colors. I am a traditional girl when it comes to Valentine's Day. I think it's such a cutesy holiday, and I just think it's so fun to decorate for. So I definitely wanted to incorporate these 3 colors. Look how cute those are. Next, after all of that was dry, I am going to go ahead and put these right back on to the hanger. Now, I just used hot glue. I did not use staples for this, but I tried to get them as straight as I could. But you're going to see that that third one, the bottom one, is a little tilted, but that's just true Ashley fashion right there. Nothing is perfect, and it's not, lined up. So that's just how I roll with these DIYs, but hey, it's just a DIY. So like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and hot glue these back on to the hanger, and you want to make sure, of course, the tassel is at the bottom and then the hanger part is up top and that your hearts are actually facing the right way. After that is when we are going to go ahead and add on our ribbon. So this is just some Valentine's Day ribbon I had in my stash, and I went ahead and just tied it in a simple bow. I don't make fancy bows or anything, so this is just as good as it's gonna get. And then I went ahead and cut down the tails, and then I added one more bow to each of the other hearts, and that was pretty much it to this project. It came out so cute. It was easy. And again, it incorporates the traditional Valentine's colors, which I absolutely love. So I can't wait to add this to my Valentine's decor when I put it up in a few weeks. And I just think this is going to fit right in. You're going to have to let me know if you decorate for Valentine's Day, and when do you decorate? Do you decorate on the 1st and keep it up till the 14th? Do you decorate now? What is your decorating timeline like for Valentine's Day? But after I got all of my bows on, this is complete. And again, you'll get a better look at the end. For this next DIY, I took this sign from the Dollar Tree. Now, you don't necessarily need this sign. I just needed hearts, and my Dollar Tree did not have any craft hearts available, so this was the next best thing, and it worked out perfectly. And then I'm going to take this box that I also got from the Dollar Tree. Now, this has got to be my favorite DIY in this entire video. And this is definitely a trust the process situation. So just hang with me and you're going to see the cutest DIY ever. And this is customizable. So this is a perfect gift, which is exactly what I'm going to do with it. So the first thing I did was cut off the hanger on that box. And then I took one of those hearts just to use as a stencil, and I went ahead and traced around it. And now I'm going to use my little finger knife here to cut that heart out. And we just want a big heart cut out in the middle of this box. Now, after I cut the heart out, it did leave some kind of rough edges. So I went ahead and took some sandpaper and just sanded the inside of the heart and just kind of cleaned it up a little bit. Next, what I'm going to do is take my Snow White paint, and I am going to give this just one coat of that white paint. Now, I'm only painting the front of this box. I am not painting the sides or the back. You are more than welcome to, but I just did not want to kind of use up that paint, and I just think it looks cute. I think the print on the box is cute, and so I think I can get away with not painting the whole thing, but you do also want to make sure to paint the inside of the heart as well. But you just want to give this a nice coverage of the white paint. And now I'm going to go in with that pink parfait again, and I am going to paint the front part of this box. That white paint was just kind of used to cover the graphic, and then the pink paint is what we're actually going to have it as. So just give that a nice solid coat of pink paint, and I believe I did 2 coats.
I think about you all the time. Looks like you're changing.
This is what I mean when I said trust the process. So just, again, hang with me. All right, so next I'm just going to take a little piece of cardboard and I'm going to cut it down so it fits on the inside of this box. Next, I'm going to take some of this 2-way tape, and this is like foam tape, so I call it pop-up tape. So it's going to make whatever I tape down, it's going to make it look 3D. It was kind of a hard angle, but you can see that I put a strip at the top, on the sides, and on the bottom. Then I'm going to go ahead and put that piece of cardboard right on the inside. Now, I did have to adjust some of the pieces of tape because you could see it through the heart. So I went ahead and did that, but then after that, I just pushed that cardboard down. Now, once I had the cardboard where I needed it to be, I went ahead and gave this heart 2 coats of that snow white paint. And then this is where it's gonna turn, oh my gosh, it's just gonna be so cute. And I think maybe you might have caught on to what we're making.
But I think about you all the time.
So after my paint was dry, I had these little foam conversation heart stickers from Hobby Lobby, and I've had these for years. So I just picked out a whole bunch and I'm kind of arranging them because I want this to look like the inside of a conversation heart box. Then once I know where I want to lay them out, I'm going to go ahead and take off the backing and just stick them right down. You can glue them if you want, but they were pretty sticky. Now, I did the 3D thing because I wanted to kind of stuff some of the hearts underneath so it just looked like the whole box was full. I put some upside down, I put some sideways, just how you would actually see, a box of conversation hearts. So as you can see, I stuck a couple of the hearts underneath there too. And I just think that came out so adorable. All right, then I had a bigger heart, so I decided just to go ahead and put that on the front of the box because when I actually looked at a picture of a box, they had some out there. So now this is just a decal that I went ahead and cut from my Cricut, and it just says Sweethearts. And this font, I will put it down in the description box if I remember. If I don't, please comment and I will answer you. But above that, I put R. So now it says R Sweethearts, and now we're going to move on to the customization of this. So you could probably guess where this is headed. So I'm going to go ahead and put that aside, and then I'm going to take the rest of those hearts. In my case, I need 5. You might need more or less. And then I went ahead and took them off the string. They were actually glued down, so I went ahead and just sanded off the residue. So I am now going to give each one of these hearts just one good coat of that snow white paint. And again, this is just going to be the bottom coat. Now, this is lazy girl way of mixing paints. I just went ahead and put a couple dabs of white paint on my heart. And then I'm just going to pick out some colors that you would see in conversation hearts, but I wanted them to be a little paler, which is why I am mixing it with white paint. So at first I did orange and I painted the entire heart in orange. And then I am going to move on to yellow, and I just did the same thing, mixed some yellow with some white, painted one of my hearts in that color. I took a green color, did the same thing. I kind of lightened up a purple color and then a blue color. And these colors are so pretty together. I love them. Next, again, I just cut these names off from my Cricut, and I am just going to go ahead and apply each name to one of the hearts. So we have Luca, Amelia, Vinny, Giovanni, and Charlotte. And these are all the great-grandchildren of my grandparents. So my 2 daughters and then my cousin's 3 sons. Next, I'm going to take a paint stick, and I did from oldest to youngest, so Amelia and then down to baby Luca, and I'm just going to kind of arrange them kind of angled, topsy-turvy, just kind of look like they're just coming up from the box. And then once I get them all arranged how I like, then I'm going to go ahead and hot glue them all down. I would definitely recommend arranging these though, so you know how you want them to stand. Next, it's time to hot glue this piece inside the box. So what I did is I kind of laid it out where I wanted it, and then I just took a pencil and marked it so I knew where to put my hot glue. I put the hot glue at the bottom of the green heart and then on the paint stick itself, and I'm just going to firmly push and kind of hold it there until the paint stick is adhered. Now, this part got cut off, I'm so sorry, but I did notice that it kept falling over. So I added some marbles to the bottom of the box and then just covered the marbles with some paper shred that I had, and look how adorable that came out. Like I said, it's my favorite. All right, so here are all of my DIYs. You're gonna have to let me know which one was your favorite. I was not lying when I said these took minutes to make. They were so fun, so easy, and came out so cute. I love, love, love the sweetheart one. In fact, I might make another one and just put my girls' names on it, because I do a sweetheart bathroom every Valentine's Day, so I kind of want to make one for myself and put it in my sweetheart bathroom, because of course they would look so perfect. But you're gonna have to let me know what you think. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Please don't forget to check out the description box below to go visit the other channels that are in my collab. I want to thank again Liana DIY for inviting me to be a part of it this month. I always love being a part of their collabs alongside some amazing and talented women, so definitely be sure to check out their videos down in the description box below. But let me know down in the comments which one was your favorite. Are you planning on recreating any of these? I would love to hear your thoughts. And don't forget, this one right here is a perfect gift. I cannot wait. I'm going to my grandparents tonight, and I cannot wait to take this over there to them. They are absolutely going to love it. But hey, if you loved these DIYs, check out this video right here. Don't forget to click on my face to subscribe. And until I see you again, I will craft with you soon. Bye.